somebody got to do it. See the Cino in that place, man. Somebody got to do it. Now, let's talk about it. Progressional steps. 101. Right? If I lay like this, y'all think, man, Cino's fat, he's big, he's lazy, he's tired. It's all about the appearance, right? But if I step up, and you see that's just the jacket, then they go, damn, Cino, you in shape. You're not fat at all. We're sorry. Because it's all about appearance. What we're used to and what we're accustomed to seeing. Not what actually is. So, in the world of reality, when people start saying they want to be a CEO of hip hop, they want to get into the business world, they want to go atop of everything that's happening in business in the world, right? You know what comes with that? You know what comes with that title? You got to deal with the not malarkey. A rap artist eventually wants to be a rap CEO, to own his own label. Right? I want to own my own label, put out my own rappers. You know, that's the dream of a rapper. To be the main boss, and I'm gonna put out my other rappers from my hood. We're gonna get on, they're gonna get rich. We all gonna be rich together. Because if you're rich by yourself, it's kind of boring. So, what ends up happening is a situation that others don't foresee. And they find out what a rap CEO is. Like, what is a rap CEO? A rap CEO normally tells you what the scales look like from a different perspective. You're not looked at as a music executive. You're a rap CEO, which means you only put out rappers, you only deal with rappers. That's your record label, your imprint, or what you're putting out to the general public of the world is, look at my rappers. That's all you do. You're a rap CEO. And when you're a rap CEO, what you can't get, insurance. What you can't get, medical. What you can't get, credit. See, this is business talk here, 101 from One Crack News. Just want to give you a little blow by blow. We'll go into more details on the Patreon. But just so you can see, these are some of the things that you have to be abreast with. There's no medical. That's out of pocket. So that's going to fall on the artist. All that's going to fall on the artist. The artist got to go out and get this. The artist got to run out and get that. Why? Why should the artist have to do that when they should be covered? You think when Van Halen plays somewhere and they have Metallica or any of these rock bands, Slayer, the members that are alive, when they play, they have an ambulance there. You know why that ambulance is there? Because they have medical, they're insured, that's covered. Somebody gets injured, they got the money to say, okay, let's pick them up, get them some medical help. Some people fainted, passed out, they put them in the ambulance, they take care of them right there. But hip hop, they don't got that. You gotta call somebody. You gotta call somebody. You gotta get them up out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. Life is what you make it. If life is scary, the world is scary. It's not going to get better. By you doing nothing is not going to make the situation better. To only make the situation better, you have to make changes. You got to make the substitutions. You got to say to yourself, look, this is what's laid out for me. This is what I got going on. This is how it's going to get done. Man, there's so many people doing that. What you just said. People running their head into the stone wall. So now you start thinking about what is success? What is a rap CEO? Do you want to deal with that? So what you're going to do is have a bunch of artists that you hope you can make money off of. So mainly they're going to be writing raps and you're going to be using their raps and you're going to put your 16 bars on their songs hoping they blow. And if they don't, they've helped you make an album, which you get all the benefit and all the money off of. They get per diem, if that. And hopefully the majors that's backing your label gives you enough money for your side project to kick off. But it's only so many times they're going to invest in that before they say, that's a waste of money. You're already making money. We're not going down that road. So you got to make a decision on what it is that you want to do in the business world. Key number one, if you want to be rapper, even though they'll put you in the game and everything, some people can navigate the game and work well for them, but it's never good to sign to a struggling artist. If an artist is struggling, it's not good to sign with a struggling artist. Aubrey Drake Graham, right? We all know him, right? Champagne Sloppy. Champagne Sloppy signed to Lil Wayne. After signing with James Prince Management and a couple other people, so he's with Cash Money, Birdman, even though Birdman ain't did nothing for his albums, he's with Birdman. He's got to pay all of these people on every album he does. So he became successful doing that. He was only making his money on features. Because off his albums, everybody's eating off of it before he gets a dime, including his managers. So he was getting ripped off, and Lil Wayne started getting ripped off because he did a bad business deal with Young Money. Now Young Money's money is messed up. So now he can't pay Drake and Nicki what he owed him because they were the money makers. And Wayne could just sit back and chill because they were making all the money. So it's like, okay, and then they're like, where's our money? And Wayne like, hey, I ain't got it. I got to sue to get our money. So he had to sue Cash Money, which blew through the money. So they had to file for bankruptcy. And he basically sold over his rights to everything that was supposed to go to Lil Wayne and Young Money. He decided, Birdman, decided to keep it for himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're faced with 24/7 across the board. So there's no reason for anybody to ever say rap CEO. When you hear rap CEO, look for the dough. That ain't never gonna be good for you. Should never want to sign to another struggling artist. meaning that the artist is struggling. They got the deal in place. They got the money in place. They have everything set to go. Then all of a sudden it goes left. And you say, well, hell, how did we get to this point? And you say, well, this is going well. What's going on over here? Well, it's all going left for you. Why would it go left all of a sudden, out of the blue? The whole world well, when you see all these artists lining up to get to the spotlight, and if you say no, they go right to the next guy. There's nothing special about you. They're manufacturing stars. So they don't want somebody who's a star that's going to give them problems, right? They don't want that. They've seen that show already. So you don't want somebody that's going to be a problem for you. You want somebody that's going to be a solution for you. It's the Devin Haney fight. I stay watching boxing. Now, well, I never looked at instances like what they put in full display. You know, I look at it as a learning experience. I often say to myself, what can I learn from this? Or what can't I learn from it? That's where I want to put myself. I don't want to put myself in a predicament where I don't know the outcome or I'm trying to guess what I'm going to do or where my career is going to go. What I have for my vision, I need to have people that's on board with that vision. If they say, okay, this is where I vision myself as an artist and going here, these are the building blocks, this is what I want to do, I have to have a team around me that can help me accomplish every goal I need to make. And I need to vet them to know that they are the ones that can do the job, not that I'm hiring people because I'm cool with them or they less costly. Well, today a rap CEO doesn't mean anything. I mean, a rap CEO can be a guy who has his own imprint and he's rapping and he only employs himself, the manager or whoever. So it's not like they have a label that's even up and running, that's operating as a label. No, one guy signed a 10 album deal, right? He got a signing bonus of $300,000. He thought he hit the lotto. He blew through the budget money, didn't produce enough songs to even make an album. He wanted to get a feature and didn't have enough money for the feature, so he said, and the person who was going to do the feature said, well, give me some points on the album. So he said, all right, cool. He didn't know what that was, so he was going to do it. The record label said, no. He ain't getting that. So that's dead and gone. So the verse he recorded for him that he sent over because he agreed to do it, but the record label said no. So he had to delete the vocals from the album. He took that off. So he didn't have the 300,000. He blew through it. He bought a chain with the imprint of what he wanted on it and blew through the money. Now, because he went through that whole process and it was all laid out the way it was, people got to see, see people for what they really are, So with that in place and that in mind, you're going to have a different perspective worldwide on how people perceive, other people's, how could we put this? Psychosis altogether. So I often say to people, mind what you know and pay attention to what you want, because these things can come and go. Somebody called me today earlier, about 3 hours ago, and asked me about a deal. Like, should I take this deal? And I said, it's not up to me. It's up to you. What is the deal? He was like, no, but I'm just saying, is it a good deal? I'm like, any deal they offer you is going to be a deal that's favorable to them. It's not going to be favorable to you. But what can you make out of the deal? Meaning that, how do you get yourself out of the deal? Because whatever deal they give you, it's not the deal you're going to want. So you got to think, how can I get out of this deal? I want to get in the deal so I can get out of it. Now, how are you going to do that? The money that they're going to give you up front, the deal that they're going to have in place for you, you got to think of how much can you buy out of it to get yourself free. Well, the thing is, you can only do so much. It's only up to the people around you, bro. Oh, I got a rap song. Yeah, I got a rap song, Outlaw. It's coming out. It's called Fuck New York Pizza, Fuck Times Square, Fuck the Ninja Turtles, Fuck New York. Yeah. Yeah, we working on it. It's the Detroit anthem. Fuck New York Pizza, fuck Times Square, fuck the Ninja Turtles, fuck New York. Yeah, so we working on it. We getting there. That's the anthem, baby. What? And then, fuck Times Square, fuck New York Pizza, fuck New York. That's right. Now, distribution is like, distribution deals is like, what are you distributing? Everything is digital now. Unless you're selling merch, which is like a t-shirt, like get a physical copy, you get a free t-shirt with every download. So now you're selling merch and trying to get merch sales. I mean, damn, you basically working on YouTube now. It's like Sell your merch, and people could buy your merch right here. It is what it is, man. I've seen this game come and go. I've seen these people navigate and do things that are counterproductive, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, right. At the end of the day, oh yeah, fuck New York pizza, fuck Times Square, fuck the Ninja Turtles, fuck New York. Oh, I love that song. I love that song. We can get that one cooking right now. I'm gonna sing it tomorrow, right after that game one. He signed with Empire's his third distribution deal. Well, Tina Davis is running Empire, and I love Tina Davis. Not because we family. It's just that it all depends on you as an artist. Like some people can do a 360 deal. When Jay-Z did sign a 360 deal, Jay-Z knew he can get his money back. You know, Jay-Z knew, like, I'm Jay-Z, I can sell, I can promote, I'm already Jay-Z. So your name is out there. It don't take much promotion to say Jay-Z's got a concert coming. Beyonce could do a 360 deal because Beyonce could sell just off Beyonce. It's Beyonce gonna be here tonight. They gonna flood in to see it, so she could promote herself. They gonna show up so that she'll get out of the 360 deal, so they know they ain't gonna lose no money by giving her that, because the 360 deal is just a big promissory loan that they're gonna get a piece of this and this and this until you pay back the loan. So that's all gonna be accredited to you. Now, granted, if you don't have those things, it'll all come crashing down. When you make key decisions that doesn't benefit anybody but yourself, you asking for it, bro. The record labels got like this because it was scarce. They decided, they got greedy, as they always do. They got greedy, as usual. And while they were greedy, they decided it was going to be epic. Right? They decided, man, with all this greed going on, let's just keep signing a whole bunch of people. Because if you sign a whole bunch of people, you know what's going to happen? We sign all these people, we can go ahead and change the world. We can change how everything moving. Oh, the studio? Yeah. Studio coming along. We doing what it do. Well, it's just like what they said about anybody else that had something to do with how we were basing decisions. When you sign a bunch of artists and they don't pan out, you know what ends up happening? You take a loss. And pretty soon, you're having no profit. So you're having a lot of losses with no profit. So yes, you're writing in saying, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that well, we're doing this well, but you're not having any success with profit. So you start asking yourself the question, but it remains to be a scenario that you're going to be faced with time and time again. I'm serious. Now, me, being who I am and all, I understand what is called the proverbial assignment. You know, this is the assignment. This is what has been entrusted to me. And what needs to be demonstrated. But this is why Loud Records went under and all the other ones. Steve Rifkin was the main guy. He signed damn near everybody in New York and gave him a record deal. MOP got a record deal. Everybody got a record deal. It's like, man, you gave him a record deal too? It's like, yep. What you do that for? Cause sign them to a record deal. B-Nuts, everybody got it. B-Nuts, man, they made some great beats, but they weren't gonna sell no records. Oh, well, the B-Nuts, they could just put out instrumentals. They instrumental, all they beats was insane. Mm-mm. The only people that was bringing in money for Loud Records was Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep. And once that started to go down, they had too many artists signed so fast and they were putting out so many records and they weren't getting the revenue. They spread it themselves too thin. So when stuff isn't working right, you don't have the revenue. And then that Wu-Tang W album didn't sell worth nothing, and people was like, this album is not great. They came right away with Iron Flag, like right away, to try to right the ship. And that was like the icing was on the writing was on the wall. Trust. A word you seldom hear from us. At the end of the day, everybody say that. Who do you trust then? Who you don't trust? Who you don't trust in this? Everybody's a crook. Look at them interviewing this damn cat. He ain't do nothing. What the hell he doing at the fight? I'm just sitting here watching the fight because I'm a sensitive little bitch. And I'm on the Knicks. And I got a hat saying war. Knowing I ain't never been in no goddamn war. I run. I couldn't even get double digits in this damn game. My soft ass. Hey, everybody. Sensitive ass cat. Kitty cat. And y'all think y'all finna go somewhere with him. They had to screw the Pistons over just to put these bums over. Because they want their Knicks and Boston. Okay, you got your Knicks in Boston. Let's see how it go tomorrow. I'm putting some more money on Boston. Absolutely. No question, no doubt. I'm about to go live on Casino for Life channel. I just got a setup here. Just watching this fight for a couple minutes. But yes, I got some things to discuss. So, I'll see y'all over there. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bust Life. Welcome to HDII TV. Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez. Too Raw for TV. And we out.